should have started earlier today. We should have started 5:30, quarter to 6, 10 of. I ran into some. I ran into an updated 10 of, 5 of.
Week 6 of the NFL season,
so yeah.
And we are underway on
All right,
EA
it's the
Sports.
first quarter.
And they will not get a chance to return this
tied
one
at
as
0
it's through the end zone for a touchback.
So I'm going to be quiet, let you watch
the
again.
Panthers now for their opening drive. They'll be brought out by their seventh-year man out of Auburn, the 2015 NFL MVP. It's Cam Newton.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Now a play fake here on first down. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. And what about this offense, Charles? Specifically, what about Jonathan Stewart?
He makes sure everything goes. Put the ball in his chest and watch him run. Can run with power inside, but has enough speed that when he gets outside, he can cause a lot of trouble.
Here's Newton now on second down. And Dixon has it. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. That catch good for 5. It's third down. And we peek at the defense now for Philadelphia.
In 2016, the Eagles showed that they were going to be aggressive on defense. A lot of man coverage and send the pass rushers after the quarterback. I don't expect that to change at all in 2017, but they are looking for increased play from their cornerbacks, trying to lock down some wide receivers.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Here's Newton. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Newton to Olsen there for a Carolina first down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And the offense lining up 1st and 10. Now a first carry for Jonathan Stewart. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. And they tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to. But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Now Stewart on first down. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line. The numbers on the ground for Stewart last week. 17 carries, 67 yards.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game. But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
Holding offense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Following the penalty, here's Stewart. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. They get just a yard back there, and now they'll be looking at a tough 3rd and 15.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit him.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Now a man who subbed in for Andy Lee down the stretch last year, Michael Pilardi, to kick it away. Back deep is Darren Sproles. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by the well-traveled veteran QB from LSU. It's Matt Flynn. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And his first pass is incomplete. And the tight end, Zach Ertz, is key in this offense as we get a look at the starters.
Comes out of the factory known as Stanford, which keeps putting out tight ends. Zach Ertz, one of the better ones we've seen in recent years.
Second down following the incompletion.
Here we go now. Watch it now, Barney.
They'll look to throw. His throw incomplete. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. And the starting defense here for the Panthers.
When I saw that the Carolina Panthers were ranked 21st in total defense in 2016, I thought it was a misprint. This is a very talented defense, but they didn't play up to those standards in 2016. Perhaps the loss of Josh Norman at corner hurt them in the secondary. Luke Kuechly, their middle linebacker, and their heart and soul of their defense, wasn't able to play a complete season, and they didn't get the same pass rush in 2016 that they had in the previous year when they went to the Super Bowl.
They'll set up a throw. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. The numbers for Jeffrey from last week, he took out some anger, some apparent.
Here we go. 319.
Anger against that defense. The yards just kept going up and up and up.
Yeah, he was just running up and down the field doing whatever he wanted. By the end of the game, he was seeing 2, sometimes 3 defenders on every snap. yet he was still making play after play. It's like he was running routes versus air in practice.
All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third.
But there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And Jeffrey's got it. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. He'll drop to throw. Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. He'll look to throw. Throwing the slant pattern here, complete. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Steps away to his left. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down. Looking to throw. Throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
Here we go now.
They'll look to throw now on first down. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Now it's the all-purpose back. This is Darren Sproles. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. They'll drop to throw. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Nelson Aguilar with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-zip. Elliott now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. initiating from the gun. Anderson. And his throw here's incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the intended target. And it'll bring up third down.
There's so much precision in an offense, especially when you're throwing the ball. And in an out route, plenty of it. How about the quarterback hitting his back foot, ball's out of his hands, receiver making his break, making his cut. He's got to time up perfectly. Not always easy to do.
Just let him a little too much.
Yeah, I remember back in the good old days, I was talking to a quarterback, and he said everything they did was on the count system. So when he took a snap, he counted in his head for certain routes, different time frames for each one, and he knew if the ball wasn't out of his hand at that point, he'd been...
Anderson loses the football, and it's picked up by the Eagles. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
Elliott now to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate
We're
some
near the end
offense
of
on
the
this
quarter,
drive.
10 seconds left.
At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They go back to Stewart on first.
And he got nothing.
Will be blown up.
And that will
Yardage
be
back at the 38.
the end of the
It's a
first
loss
quarter.
of
The
2
Eagles are up
there, bringing out
14-0.
second down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives.
All right, that's it.
With my good friend Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Panthers in possession of the football as we begin quarter number 2. But they face a second and long to start things out. Now Anderson. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Stewart on the counter. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very
Whoever
slow
that
to
Panther
get up.
is, he's dead. We have a
While
dead
the trainers
Panther on the
take a look,
field.
we'll step
People are
aside.
listening and not watching. They're like, what? Oh, my God. It's a football player. Oh, okay. But he's not dead. He's just hurt. Okay. No Panthers were hurt in the making of this video game. Or the making of my season here. Okay, thank you.
Second down following the run.
Let's go! 3-19!
Anderson. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll lead here to a third down. Well, they tried to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackle.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage. I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
And he'll keep this one away from Sproles as this is angled toward the sideline. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. We get a look at the Panthers defense now. And despite being down... Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity. You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively, you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third. The Eagles on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. Here it's 3rd and 3. Quick throw. That's complete on the inside slant. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. And that's complete to Jeffrey. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They'll set up to throw. Throwing the slant pattern here, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Now back to throw. Caught right side, it's Jeffrey. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. A good pickup there at 22.
Let's go. All right, now look at 56.
Back to throw now on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Mario Addison in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. They'll look to throw here. Buying time to his left. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross
I
the line.
thought it was past the far enough I could dive. Oh, Jesus.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
So it's not an NFL record, but it's not far off. That'll go in the books as a 61-yard field goal.
And wasn't it weird to see a guy line up for a field goal on the other side of midfield? The ball got halfway there, and you thought, no way is that going to make it, but it just kept carrying and carrying, and he winds up sneaking it right over the bar.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Carolina getting set to take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line is just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you've got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now. But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Sproles, the return. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. All right, time for us now to discuss Alshon Jeffrey, making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defenses, getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Dancing to his left. Uses the stiff arm. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. He'll look to throw. Throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. A minute 59 to go in the first half. Back with more from Charlotte after this. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Ridley is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. He finds Aguilar over the middle. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer. I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
Back to throw here. This is taken in by Jeffrey. He's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. Alshon Jeffrey, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. Elliott now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. You still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and this shows on the scoreboard.
Eddie Royal is intended target, and it's third down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Third down, here's McCaffrey. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence, does a great deal for your team, gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or 2 and get it into the locker room?
Well, I'm stupid like
What
that.
you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may force them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready.
You're open shoulder.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
On second down, they run with Stewart. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
Oh.
But a nice little gain. And before they can run this third down play, we're going to get a timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number one.
Let's go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the gun on third down, Anderson. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with fourth down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. Here's Michael Pilardi now, as he'll come on for his fifth kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter.
Let's go. Boom, landed. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll throw now on the final play. Forced out to his left. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by James.
Who cares about that play right there? Because it's like the halftime.
Will get the football back.
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to the EA Halftime Report.
I'm looking at the NFL thing. Oh, we're not going to show scores.
And
no, we don't have
for Larry
time.
this week, apparently. We'll try again in week 7. But for now, let's get back to the action, ready to kick off the second half.
Okay, the Packers are doing some crap on football. I don't know what they're doing. Everybody's trading everybody, and everybody's mother's trading everybody else's mother. I don't know. We're going to the second half. It's the Eagles, 24. Carolina don't got nothing. 0. Yes. Third quarter starting. I'm going to be quiet. Just give me that round a little long.
First here in the third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
What I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on.
I don't like the way my guy was doing, so I'm putting in Wentz again. Just want to see what my guy did in the first half.
We've had guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And that one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Delay of game, offense.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Now Wentz. Quick throw that's complete on the inside slant. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be a second down. Wentz now to throw. And he'll hit Jeffrey complete. And he's brought down. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
To the right side, caught by Saleh. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Throwing is Wentz. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it was real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
I think it's pretty safe to say that when you're up 3 touchdowns, the last thing you do is hang one up there and put it in jeopardy and possibly get it intercepted. You got a nice lead. You should be able to protect it. If you get careless with the football, look out.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And the lead increases even further. It's 27-0 now. So it's a 7-play drive, but it stalls out in the end.
Let's credit the defensive front 7. They were a little leaky at the start of the drive, but they stiffened toward the end.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is what. And call more of that.
Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Now Anderson to throw on 2nd down. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 35. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Well, it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Of course, I lost the challenge.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. This is Stewart again. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. They'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on 3rd down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. But you just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
Here's Michael Pilardi now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Now Sproles, a beautiful fake. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Alshon Jeffrey working his way back out there now to help lead this offense. A monster game so far, 3rd quarter. He is lighting up the stat sheet.
And so many times when you see these types of games, you hear about the quarterback or talk about the quarterback throwing guys open, putting it in the right spot. How about some credit for the receivers, though?
Absolutely.
Find ways to get open, whether they uncover late in a route or they get open early, but they just always find a way. And he's having that type of a game.
Yeah, he's been nearly impossible to cover. Wins. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And down he'll go at the 25. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Wentz going to try and throw on 3rd. And Jeffrey's got it. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Throwing on 1st is Wentz. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. Again, it's Wentz. Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. An Eagle 1st down. Wentz hooking up with Jeffrey.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. Wentz now on 1st down. He's to the 10. And this is caught at the 8. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another nice gain, 16 yards there at a 1st down again. Now it's a Giant. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Now Wentz throwing on second down. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Torrey Smith, his first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles continue to roll. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. Elliott now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Carolina getting set to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Boy, that's a lot of sirloin steak to be taken down for no gain, partner.
Are you trying to suggest that he is a huge man?
He is
not just a big man, a huge man.
Big boy.
Well, how about the credit then for the defense to be able to chop that big tree and put him on the ground?
I know back when you played, it took 4 of you to take a guy like that down, right?
Well, that's for sure. And you know what else? I didn't want to challenge him at dinner either.
He was looking for the connection with Devin Funchess. And that takes us from second to third down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. The Panthers on third down. Just 1 conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 10.
Green, 39!
From the gun, Anderson. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins.
Now that corner play would have been like, and the ball is thrown up and it's caught. No way they can put, no way, tipped, intercept.
He should know better than to make a throw like
That's
this.
the kind of play
it
was.
His best ball.
So it was incomplete, then it was his. No way he tipped it. Oh wait, the Eagles got it.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. To throw is Wentz. This is taken in by Jeffrey. He's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. Alshon Jeffrey with touchdown number 15 of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in.
Brandon, my man, just 1 sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their
15
heels
seconds
right
left.
away.
I'm trying to manage
from,
my game,
how they're going to hit them.
manage my
This group is
phone, and
well-coached,
yeah, I'm getting
and
messages on my
extremely
phone.
confident in what they do.
Whew. Too much
And he's been
to
a busy
handle
man,
here.
5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. Elliott now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go!
Looking to get the ground game going with Stewart. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL. And we're back now in Charlotte. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. To throw is Anderson. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Caught left side by Funchess. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Fresh set of downs here.
Sorry, I'm doing a food order here too for my mom. For my mic.
Anderson now. Operating from the gun. And the tight end Olsen, right side.
Yeah, you ain't got to score.
And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
We've been together a little while now, partner. How often do we actually describe tight ends as nifty? Because that's what I think of when I see Greg Olsen on the field. His ability to run routes, create space and separation, and make those catches downfield.
Sure consistent. The numbers the last couple years almost identical, and both over 1,000-yard seasons. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
On 1st and 10, Anderson. And Olsen over the middle. And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is now with his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
And now a 1st down following that long gain.
Here we go now. Green.
And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Vinny Curry in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
To throw on 2nd down. Anderson. Funchess with a catch over the middle. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
The Panthers on third down. A very anemic 1 for 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. This is McCaffrey on the give. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. So now off goes Newton, and on comes the kicker, Graham Gano. And Gano's kick is right through. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
And the Eagles hands team able to cover it up. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Too tight. There we go, back.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Throwing the slant pattern here complete. And he's brought down. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Wentz now on 1st down. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down. He's lucky to be getting that one back.
After what they've done with him all day long with all the targets trying to go after him, he's obviously gotten smart, and his pride has kicked in. Made a terrific play.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Wentz. And this is caught at the 8. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a 1st down. Wentz to throw again. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Up big, and they go for 2, and they get it.
I remember being in high school and seeing an article in the paper where a local columnist had said, Why are we fighting over sportsmanship and running up the score? Just run it up on everybody and deal with it. Some people just don't care that way, and obviously this coach feels the exact same way.
So that article is saying the defense should be able to stop them.
That's what they're trying to say. Hey, if you don't want it to happen, stop them. Otherwise, quit whining about it.
Watch left, watch left, watch left. Stop right there. Hurry up, here we go.
Here's Anderson throwing on first down. And caught left side, Olsen. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Anderson to throw on third down. And that is incomplete.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. And this is one of those bang-bang plays, Charles. Did the knee hit first or did the ball come out first?
This is where you need that 20/20 eyesight, don't you, Brandon? You've got to see which one happened first. If the knee hit the ground, then they will keep possession.
After reviewing the play, the rule on the field was reversed.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here at 1st and 10. Wentz going to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Andrew Gachkar coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. Wentz to throw. Being chased out left. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. To throw, it's Wentz. Throws a quick hitter on the slant, that's complete. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Quick throw, that's complete on the inside slant. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. On first down, Wentz. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off. fourth quarter pick, a little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. Has a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other. But it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. On 1st and 10, Anderson. That's Samuel, caught left side. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. Now Anderson on 1st down. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
Holding offense.
Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities. But always making sure no one's holding.
And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. Greg Olsen was the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've been stymied left and right. Converted only one time. This is 3rd and 17. Operating from the gun. Anderson. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down to be a 1st down.
Placement. Defense.
They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. And we're hitting the end of this one, and it looks to probably be the final play. That one looks like he'll throw here. Steps away to his left. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Last second, people. Can you dig it? Oh, my God, another touchdown. Should we go for 2? We're going to go for 2. Only because it's the end of the game and we don't give 2 shits, people.
I tell you, Charles.
Yes.
Play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, getting the points from me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
As an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Philadelphia, they remain as hot as
All right,
anyone.
y'all.
6-0 now
The Eagles
for
are
the
now
first month
6-0,
and a
folks.
half. And they'll get a few extra days
Let's
to get ready for
see.
next week,
They beat
where
the
they take
Panthers
on the Washington
55-3,
Redskins.
so they're off.
Here will move them back to 500 at
Carolina
3-3.
is 3-3
And they'll try
now
and turn
because the
things
man
around
just told
next
you
week as
they
have a
were.
date at Soldier
So,
Field
wow,
with the
435
Chicago
passing yards for the
Bears.
Eagles and 52 rush. 138 for the
That'll do it for us,
Panthers
for
and
Charles
19
Davis
for
and
rush.
all our
Damn.
hardworking crew.
Alright, that's the end of the video. It ran a
You've
little
been
long.
watching the NFL
Yeah,
on
I'm
EA
done.
Sports.
Bye-bye.
For more, find us on Twitter